Yeah. I understand that. And then you talk a little bit about kind of into those principles. You kind of talk a little bit about your six pillars in the book. How do
Mhm.
you kind of like, you talked about stability and freedom and kind of, so how do those show up in your life and when it comes to business?
Yeah, so the six pillars is a framework that basically outlines at any given point you can only be focused on three of them.
Yeah.
The other three you put on maintenance mode, right? Like you are able to have them, but you're not actively, proactively working on them. You're not trying to push them forward. You're not necessarily trying to, hit these goals. You're just like, this is over here, everything's cool. I'm gonna let it ride. So the pillars for me are constantly changing and I allow them to change for myself. So right now, my pillars are freedom. I care deeply about my ability to do what I want when I want to do it. Not easy to do with a 16-month old son, but I'm giving myself freedom because when he was a newborn, that was not an option. So for his first year of life, it was stability, it was wellness, and it was relationships with my partner, relationships with my son. That was it. And everything had to pass through that lens in order to happen. So everything at work had to pass through that lens. Everything people want me to go speak, it's got to pass through that lens. Everything had to pass through that center in order for it to be a yes or a no from me. Now he's older, he's more independent. He's like, bye, mom, I'm going outside. Okay, cool. So I have a little bit more freedom. Now, what am I going to do with it? We've taken some trips, going to Rome, going to spending more time away from the house. I have more time for myself. The second thing is stability. We are in an incredibly unstable political and domestic environment. So it's important to me that I'm doing what we need to do to keep the business stable, to lead through instability, and also for us to have stability in my house. So that means everything from making sure our finances are on point, looking at the risk in the stock market, looking at our cash reserves at the company, right? So I basically just operate with these three pillars. And then when I feel like we're in a different season or something has changed, I reevaluate and renegotiate it with myself.
Yeah, I really love that part in the book because even for me, I think in terms of like how I think of like the four pillars, like mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. Like how am I
Yeah.
kind of taking care of those, even in small doses each day? That's kind of like the train because like if one of those is on the side, then we're going in different directions, right? So I kind of want to keep them in line as much as possible. So like even
Yeah.
hearing that part in the book, I was like, I really resonated with.
Yeah, that's great. Was there any other takeaways that you had from the book? Anything you've changed since you've read it?
Yeah, one of the things also is like think like a CEO because I think with as I've kind of expanded, there's been opportunities for me to figure out how to position people in different spots. So we have a great team when it comes to the app side of it, like the software and all that. But now thinking about how can I duplicate myself as some of the leader part of it. I really appreciated that part as well. If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you head over to www.bookupapp.com to download our app so you can connect with your favorite bookish content creators, start conversations, and start your own book club.